Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. Thank you. Thank you. And we're coming to you from Central Florida, a little town called...
The Villages.
Yeah, we're a little town of about 151,000 people when the snowbirds are here. And we bring you all kinds of tips, tricks, and advice.
And just general what's going on around us and our lives in the villages.
That's right. And we have got a whopper of a show for you today. Thank you for tuning in. On today's show, we changed homeowners insurance.
What is the difference between a will and a trust?
Where are the trash cans in the villages?
A new Ask Amy and another great bubble wrap.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. Welcome to Olympia Recreation. It's going to open soon. I'm going to give you a sneak preview. That's on this week's Bubble Wrap.
And a whole lot more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Brought you a cart ride on Saturday, and it was a good one. She wasn't along. She has other stuff to do, believe it or not, sometimes. And she was doing that. I asked you the question during that ride, do you like the picture in a picture or not? The response was overwhelming. You like the picture in the picture.
Yeah.
You like to see me driving that car. And I appreciate it. It's a little more work for me, but it's good. It gives you kind of an overall viewpoint of when I'm using my signals, when I'm throwing out the arm, you know, when I'm drinking my milk, eating a Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
The whole deal. So thank you for watching that. Now this coming Saturday, I want to let you know we're going to have a good show. And she was along on this one, but I did all the interviewing. I did the heavy lifting.
You did. I did the wrangling.
She did the wrangling. And we have a man on the street video. And what I ask people is, would you say your life was better where you lived before you came to the villages, or is it better here in the villages? And it's interesting to see what their responses were. So please tune in with that one on Saturday.
Yeah.
Vinny's display is all set up. It's on the corner of Oracle and Nuthatch. That's just off of Hillsborough Trail. He spares no expense and time and effort, and he is a local treasure.
Yeah,
if you get a chance to see his display, please do. We took our grandkids and they were gaga. You've been painting some rocks, haven't you?
I have been.
She got a little burr under her saddle and says, you know what? I'm going to make a lot of people happy. So what you doing?
Yeah, I painted some rocks. Jerry was nice enough to drive me to get some rocks. I was going to go buy them and at Hobby Lobby, and I thought, you know, I'll go buy some rocks because out front we don't have any rocks right now. So usually I steal from the front yard and paint rocks, but I didn't have any. So he goes, I'm not going to pay for rocks.
Oh, a bag of rocks.
So we ended up going to a rock yard. And they were so kind, and they said, how many are you going to get? And I said, well, I have this little box full. And so I went inside.
We counted out 80 of these.
I counted 80 rocks.
80 little rocks like this. 80 rocks like that.
Yeah.
And she worked for hours and hours and hours on that.
Well, it was just 3 days.
And let me hold it up there for him so you can see that she wants to spread even more joy than she does. So she wrote joy on every one of these rocks.
Yeah.
And she's going to put them out and give them to some of her favorite people.
Yeah.
And I'll bet you're glad that's finished.
I am glad. Yeah, because you know after you paint it, then you want to seal it. So
I can still smell it.
Yeah. It's good.
Smells like poly.
Yeah. So I had to seal it in the front, then let it dry, then seal the back, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes it got stuck, and then it messed up the paint, and then I had to repaint. And oh, my Lord, it took 3 days of constant work. But anyway, it was fun. I enjoyed doing it. Well, our first letter today is from Kathy. I don't see any American flags attached to homes. I'm building a home and would like to attach a flag. Is that allowed, or do I need a flagpole? Thanks. Well, you can have a flag on a flagpole, but if you don't have a flagpole, we've attached ours to our house.
Yeah, you get these, they take 2 screws and they have a little socket, and you put your flagpole in there and you just find a place where it's not going to interfere, which is easier said than done, because where our front door comes in, just about everywhere we put it, it's in the way. But we did find an area, but the problem is it sets off our
Ring camera.
Yeah, Ring camera all the time. Motion
Ring,
at your front door. Motion at your front door.
It's whipping.
But yes, you can hang them on your door. But look at this photo. This is a good example. of how many people have flagpoles here. This is the most patriotic community you are ever going to find.
Yeah.
And there is no shortage of flagpoles or homes
Yeah.
with the United States flag on it.
That's right.
Last week, if you remember, I showed you we had a renewal notice for our homeowners insurance bill. I say insurance. Do you say insurance or insurance? Anyway, a couple ways to say it. That's the way I say it. That's the Indiana way. That's a
Insurance.
Hoosier way.
Ins-
So, I was telling you, $2,559. Now, the days are gone, ladies and gentlemen, as far as I can tell, where you have your buddy, old Joe down the street that sells insurance. And you go down there and he fixes you up. And if the rates go up, he'll call you and say, hey, your rates went up quite a bit. You want me to shop around for you?
Oh,
No.
wouldn't that be nice?
You got to catch it yourself in time, which I didn't, and shop around. So Progressive went up to $2,559. And I called and hashed it out with them, and they said, well, it's really not that big an increase, blah, blah, blah. Well, somebody else told me, why don't you try Kin Insurance, K-I-N. And I did that, and I called and talked to a nice fella named Scott, and I even used my other policy and gave him all the numbers so that he could compare. And believe it or not, our new bill is $1,167.
Woo, woo.
And I even got a little bit better coverage.
Nice.
So the moral to this story is, don't be a hostage to your insurance company. Shop around.
Shopping.
See what you can do.
Yeah.
Our son pays a lot more, so I've put him on this as well. I told him, hey, give it a shot. You never know.
Yeah.
And you can see our limits there. You may need more, you may need less, but that's just a ballpark for you. We did not get flood insurance. We're 70 feet above sea level, so hopefully we're all right. I hope I never regret that decision.
Yeah.
Make your own decisions. Don't ever go by what we do. Don't ever get a company because of what we say. Do your own investigation, but we'll always tell you what we think is best for us.
Well, how about some fun, Jerry? It's that time.
And I like fun. Fun is fun. It's good to have fun. So we have these puzzles. I don't know if these are true Rebus puzzles, but I like to give them to you and you solve them. And you guys do great on them. She struggles big time. I struggle a little bit, but let's look at these. Okay, here's the first one. It's complicated. We're going to wait and give them a little bit of time here because what they think one symbol means, you may not agree.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. That first guy going toward that door, he's going to leave. Leave. And that symbol of that Chewbacca looking thing there is called it.
Oh, yeah.
Leave it. The number 2, see the 2? And a B and a ver. Leave it to Beaver. Did anybody get that?
Did you ever-
more of you got it than I thought. That's a
Did you
good
ever
job.
watch that show? I did when I was a kid.
Now let's check this one out. That's easier, right? But you have to be a certain kind of person to get this right. Person that was about 60 years
Yeah,
old,
yeah.
70 years old, and you watched it on TV. A cap, a ton, captain, and a kangaroo.
Yeah.
Captain Kangaroo. And who was his sidekick?
Mr. Green Jeans.
Mr. Green Jeans. That's right. So
And they had Dancing Bear, and I forget what else they had on there.
I saw them. That was Bob Keeshan, right?
Yes.
I saw a picture of him the other day. I always thought he was old and a big, heavy guy. He wasn't. He was younger than us, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, those are the fun puzzles. If you have any of those, send them in to us, and we'll try to get them on the air. But it's fun, and we appreciate all of you that are sending them in.
Yeah.
Bubble Wrap, as usual, is brought to you by the good folks at R&R Swimming Pools. And I'll tell you right now, if we were going to put in a pool, that would be the first call we'd make. If we were going to build a pool, R&R Swimming Pools would be our number one choice.
Years in planning, months of construction are over. Olympia Recreation, with first-of-its-kind amenities in the villages, is ready to welcome residents. In air-conditioned comfort, you'll find a long list of fun things to do, play, and create. I took advantage of an invitation-only preview event to give Jerry and Linda viewers a first-hand look at what's available. The crown jewel is the 17,000-plus square foot athletic club. Inside this massive modern facility, there's room for 6 pickleball courts, 6 badminton courts, 4 half-court basketball courts, and 2 volleyball courts.
Oh, I love it. It's absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, I saw that it was going to be big, but when you come inside and you take a look around, it's just amazing.
Color-coded lines are on the floor that correspond with each sport. There's even room for indoor hockey. To play here, you must set up an account and register for the sport you want to participate in. Registration starts December 18th.
If it says open, then it's free. But anything in here, you need to register for. So we don't have 800 people in the gym.
And then there's a fee for that?
No, just for when you want. So if you want to be the first group limited preferred pickleball, that will cost you $5
Per session?
per session.
Okay.
Well, and it's going to happen 7:30 to 9 on January 5th. 36 people are going to experience indoor pickleball.
Right.
Got that? Some times to play are free, some charge a fee. Right outside the door is the rock climbing wall, called the Summit. It's almost 40 feet tall. Climbers can be as young as 5 years old. Fees apply here too and vary from free to $15. Follow the hall from the athletic club and you'll find the Fit Club. This fee-based facility complements similar exercise clubs at 5 other locations in the villages. You can sign up for 1 month up to a year with discounts for a couple who want to join. Nearby, there are several multi-purpose rooms ready to host arts, crafts, ballet, cards, and many other clubs and groups. While many of the outdoor activities have been going on full speed for a few months now, some are new to residents, like the Olympia Sports Pool. And the nearby Nadine Trail. The 1.28-mile trail is reserved for walkers only. No bicycles or golf cars, but dogs are welcome. A boathouse will host kayak rides escorted by a guide around Central Lake. The infamous dragon boats will launch from here too. Their attractive rafts make for quite a spectacle. A covered play area is sure to be a hit for visiting grandkids. Sunset Island is at the heart of the entire area, along with Central Lake. The spit of land jets out, offering a great view of the new hotel, Eastport, and the homes that will eventually line the north side. At Olympia Recreation, there are 6 indoor pickleball courts. Imagine that in the summertime when it's 93 degrees out. But there are fees depending on when you want to play. I'm Peter Bernard, and that's this week's Bubble Wrap.
Thank you, Peter. The Olympia Rec Center is getting rave reviews.
I've been reading in the paper. It's just amazing.
That's right. And Peter went on his mission over there to bring us and did a fabulous job as always. And what a recreational facility that is.
There's so much to do there.
Everybody that we heard that went through there just said it was really, really amazing. And we'll have to go check it out ourselves.
We will.
Hi, Jerry and Linda. This is Lily from Bonneville, Vermont. She's trying on her new shoes as we go for a walk. You can see Stratton Mountain in the background. Lily, come on, walk. She's 6 years old, and she's a English Shepherd, and she's absolutely adorable. Come on, Lily, go for a run. Come on. Come on. Well, we hear some more dogs coming. See you later, Jerry and Linda. See you when we get here. So much for the shoes.
Well, that was Lily, and she's from Vermont. A cute, cute dog. She does need shoes up there.
Yes.
Would you ever go out barefooted?
No.
Man, those folks up there in Vermont are getting the snow, but so are so many of you in Chicago and Indianapolis and Michigan. Lordy, it makes me kind of glad where we live.
I'm very
The
glad.
temperatures here are 75, 77 degrees during the day.
Yeah, it's been glorious.
50s at night, yes, it's just the way you want it. Gary sends this letter in. Do you have to keep your garbage cans in the garage, or will the developer allow you to pull them outside? I'm guessing in the summer on a hot day in the garage, they're going to probably smell. All the best.
Yeah.
We do have that problem once in a while.
Oh,
You
yeah.
put that hamburger out on,
Yeah.
on a Monday night,
Yeah.
and they don't pick up the garbage till Thursday, and you get that, dead body smell in there.
Yeah, we don't keep the garbage in the garage in the can in there. We take it out the night before.
Well, we do put stuff in that garbage
every
can.
once in a while, we'll use a can in the garage just to kind of hold it before we take it out.
Sometimes it's odorous in there.
Yeah.
It's malodorous.
Malodorous. There you go.
But some communities do use trash cans, those big cans on wheels like we had back in Indiana.
Yes.
And here's a neighborhood we drove through recently, and I just remarked when we did, I said, I'm going to take the picture of this because we had the big cans, and we'd roll one or two of them down the driveway, and we'd collect them at night. And sometimes, like in today, it's icy. It's snowy up there.
Yes.
You skate down the driveway with them, or they pull you down the driveway, and you pull them up.
True.
And it gets to be a hassle.
Yeah.
And sometimes they blow over. We had a neighbor in our old neighborhood that her can would blow over, and it would be out a week. They wouldn't get it. So it's unsightly. We take the bags out on Monday and Thursday, set the bags out. Now we do it the night before, but you had an episode recently.
Yeah, we had animals get into them, right? And then in the morning, then it's thrown out all over the street. So I go out and have to pick it all up, and oh my goodness.
That's right. So it's best to take it out in the morning, but our guy comes at 6:30.
Yeah, he does.
So you'd have to get up real early. So I'm all for taking it out the night before, and we take the bags. They just throw them in the truck.
Yeah,
nothing left to clean up.
Yeah, and I love that they do it twice a week because back in Indiana we did it once a week, and we'd fill up that big, huge can, and it was heavy, and we lived on a hill, so when I'm bringing it down the hill, I kind of put it behind me and kind of kept it from rolling away, and it was a chore for.
Well, what you would
week.
do is you'd walk off the side of the driveway into the grass.
Yeah.
Or the actually it's leaves where we lived, so you wouldn't be on that slippery driveway, and you'd be pulling the thing down. We're glad those days are behind us.
Behind us, yes. Are there classes and activities on the weekends, or are those only throughout the week? Oh, there's definitely classes on the weekend. There's all kinds. The rec centers are open every day of the week, so you can go and have any kind of class. You can go. I do the water aerobics. Sometimes on Saturdays we have it going. We've got cardio drumming. We have cards, games. You name it. We get a rec newspaper, magazine type thing, and you can go through and pick what you want to do any day of the week.
Yeah, and there's plenty of other stuff too. The movie theater is open every day.
That's right.
And this past Saturday we went down and there was what do you call that? An art market? Art craft festival?
Craft and art festival, yeah.
Of
It's
Sumter Landing?
and that was really nice.
Yeah, they had
to
the
stroll
food
through.
trucks and all the little
nice.
doodads. People were there with their pets.
That's right.
It's kind of neat to walk around and see all that stuff going on.
Yeah.
And you can eat at your favorite restaurant, and the weather is such that you could eat outside now and watch it all happening. Now, there's no shortage of things to do on the weekdays or on the weekends.
Yeah, nothing closes down. It's always the same. You go, go, go.
We always talk about the Good Samaritans in the villages. And we always see that people have lost their purse, they've lost their golf club, they've lost their hat, whatever, and they almost always come back.
Yeah.
Well, I had an even more serious situation last week. I lost my leprechaun. I lost my head cover off of my driver. And it's, I'm a Fighting Irish fan, and so everyone's going to have to play without my driver. But I got another story about that. Somebody found it and turned it in at the golf shop, and they held it until we went back and looking for it, and we found it. That was probably days later.
Yeah.
And so I got my leprechaun back. So I was so happy about that.
Yeah.
That I can put on my driver. Except
I broke his driver.
I have a super duper driver. Oh, I love that driver. The people at the Hackers Paradise gave it to me. It is such a good driver.
Yes.
And I can smoke it. And she backed out of the driveway, right? Knocked it over, ran right over it, snapped it right off.
I had put his golf bag behind the golf cart to remind ourselves to put it on the cart, and for some reason I didn't put it on the cart. Anyway, I got in that cart to go do something, to take something to a friend's house, and totally forgot the golf bag was behind it. And
So when it crashed to the ground, she thought, something crashed to the ground. I'll just back right over it. Bam!
did not. I went over.
But at least I do have my head cover.
You got a head cover, but no driver.
Found out something else too.
What's that?
I'm a super taster.
Yes.
I'm a super taster. I didn't know that. I've got like a superpower. I can taste things.
Yeah, it's
Like what?
annoying. It's annoying.
So I looked it up. I said, well, just what superpower is this that I have? And it explains a lot.
Yes.
Super tasters dislike bitter foods. That's me. Especially cruciferous vegetables, like broccoli and kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, dark leafy greens, strong coffee, dark chocolate. Ugh. No, I can't. I couldn't eat that. I give it all to her.
Yeah, you do. And
Grapefruit, I do enjoy grapefruit, but that's after I've doused it with a lot of those little white kernels of sugar. Yeah,
like 10 tablespoons.
and it says they don't like certain beers and spicy foods. I am a super taster.
I guess you are. And that's, he can tell if I put just a little bit, a skosh of mustard in something. He'll go, there's mustard in this. I said, how do you know? And there's the mustard. I mean, I put like an eighth of a teaspoon in there.
It says that
The recipe
super
calls for it.
tasters also avoid things like cilantro and vinegar. I hate the taste of vinegar. Vinegar coleslaw, throw it away.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have a superpower. I can tell when she puts a tiny bit of mustard in something.
Yeah.
I can taste it because it's foul to me. So it's a real thing. It's a thing. When we say we don't like something, you know why we say that? Because we don't like it.
I must be a bad taster because I taste everything. I love everything. I am a bad taster. I'm not a super taster.
Well, let's see what Ask Amy has to say today.
Jerry and Linda, I want to talk about what's the difference between a will, so a last will and testament, and a revocable living trust. Both of them do the same thing. They're both naming someone in charge when you die, but they're also naming the beneficiaries of your trust or your will. So the beneficiaries of your will receive the assets that go through probate. So probate is a process that when someone dies, the assets that are frozen that do not have a beneficiary, the will identifies those beneficiaries. So there will be a probate on assets that are in someone's name, they're dead, no beneficiaries, no other owner. With the trust is to avoid probate, still in administration, but the trust is going to say who those beneficiaries are of the trust assets, which means those trust assets have to be owned by the trust, Amy Pittman's trust, when I die, or the trust needs to be the beneficiary of those assets. So both of those documents, the will or a trust, are transferring assets or saying who gets your assets when you die. It's just a different process of getting those assets to the beneficiaries. If you want more information, you can go to our YouTube channel. We have other videos that go in more depth. Have a good one.
You know, we had that same question when we came down here.
Right.
Because we had a will in Indiana, but we were told that it's better to have a trust in Florida. But as always, don't take any legal advice from us. You call your own attorney. That's the Pittman Law Office. They're up in Oxford, and they have been good. We had them do our whole deal when we got here.
Yeah. Well, so many things are happening for Christmas season, and it's just a glorious time of the year. They've had parades. They've had Christmas decorations going up. The trees are up. It's just gorgeous. You take your cart rides and see. That's just our own entertainment to see that. But they also have organized entertainment at the Sharon. And this coming up on December 16th and 17th is the VPO, the Villages Philharmonic Orchestra. And then on the 20th and the 21st is Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain Christmas. I mentioned that last week. And the Tracy coming up January 30th after Christmas is Lance Burton. He is a fantastic magician.
We saw him once back in Louisville, Kentucky, actually. And we're out there watching this show, and you know, he does his disappearing act. Yeah. Poof, he appears right here in the crowd, sitting right over here. What's up with that? There's no hidden doors or traps there. We don't know how he did it. That's the fun. You don't want to know how they do it.
No, you don't want to know. And then the Savannah Center on the 19th, Elvis Forever. And the 20th is, this is not Christmas, but on the 20th, it's a Wheel of Fortune live. So if you want to get on the show, show up and go to get tickets. It's 7 o'clock on December 20th. I think the tickets start at $50.
Ooh, Lord.
No. And on the 21st, Clay Aiken's going to be at the Savannah Center. Remember Clay Aiken? He was on, what is that?
American Idol. With
Yeah.
Ruben Studdard.
Yeah, I don't know if he won or he came in second. I don't
I
remember.
believe he's the second place
But
guy.
he was fantastic singer. And on the 22nd, the Platters and the Coasters are going to be here. Also, I put on other things just in the town square. Everyone should try to go to this. This is Scooter's Christmas Bash on December 20th in Brownwood, and he has so much
Scooter,
fun.
he's the man.
He is so fun. And there's a little place in Wearsdale, not too far from the Villages, called the Orange Blossom Opry, and they have lots going on, and I think the Gatlin brothers are coming on January 3rd. So we love the Gatlin brothers.
No, we've seen
don't
them.
we?
They are
oh my gosh,
fantastic.
They're great.
All
So
right.
anyway, they have a list at the Orange Blossom Opry, and it's like an old, used to be an old school, I guess, but it's fun to go there.
Yeah, we went to Boosters. This was a couple weeks ago. They had their grand reopening, and we went there to watch our buddy Jace Gallagher, the hardest working man in show business. He's the hardest working man. Patrina's the hardest working lady in show business. But they're both fantastic, so hi to both of them. And by the way, that SantaCon that was over at
Sawgrass.
Sawgrass the other day, SantaCon, Rusty, the
Nelson,
old
yes, Rusty Nelson.
the YouTuber Rusty Nelson was in charge of that, and
They had a blast. I saw pictures of that on
Yeah.
Facebook this week, and it looks like really a great time.
Well, Boosters is under new management. We got to meet one of the owners there, Joe. He's great. We've met him before.
Yeah.
They are really working hard to make that place good. And we had a nice experience with the music of Jace.
Yeah.
And we had the cowboy nachos.
Yeah, those were good.
That's enough to feed a group of 5 or 6
Yeah,
people.
it was good.
But you have to hunt for the good stuff because there's all these little black circles with holes in them on there. And
Oh, olives, black
Yeah,
olives.
yeah,
they had
they-
black beans on it. You
Oh,
had
maybe they were
barbecue.
beans. Maybe
They had
those were
both.
beans.
They had both.
it's
They had-
delicious, whatever. Anyway, I really liked it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't enough for us. No. We could have just had that, but no. We ordered
Yeah.
a meatball sandwich, and that was real good. It's
Mm-hmm.
got cheese drizzled on it, and it came with these curly fries,
Those were
and so
neat.
I gave a thumbs up to all that.
Mm-hmm.
Mike got fish tacos. Now, you heard us complain about fish tacos that are like puny.
Yeah.
These were not. These had a nice, big, succulent, juicy piece of fish in them,
Mm-hmm.
and he gave those a thumbs up. And what did Mary get?
She had
got
a huge club sandwich.
Club
oh
sandwich.
my goodness. It was just like, how's
and
she
it
gonna
looked
eat
good. That looked good. So we all gave a thumbs up to the new Boosters and had a good experience over there.
Yeah. We have a viewer video from Kathy and Al.
They take us on a tour of the Dade Battlefield Park. We haven't been there yet. Anxious to see this.
Dade Battlefield is about a half-hour drive from the Villages. It is a quiet, somber place like many other battlefields I've visited. Imagine Florida in 1822, a new U.S. territory but already a land of tension. Settlers moved in clashing with the Seminole Indians who had long called it home. The Seminoles gave refuge to fugitive slaves, and conflict simmered.
By the 1830s, pressure mounted. The Treaty of Payne's Landing ordered the Seminoles west of the Mississippi. Some agreed, but many refused. They would fight for their homeland.
On December 28, 1835, Major Francis Dade led 107 soldiers north from Fort Brooke. Near Bushnell in a quiet pine woods, 180 Seminole warriors laid in wait. The ambush was swift and devastating. Only 3 soldiers survived. The nation called it the Dade Massacre. It ignited the Second Seminole War, the longest and costliest American Indian War in U.S. history.
Decades later, Florida preserved the battlefield, ensuring this story of resistance and sacrifice would never be forgotten.
It's a quiet place, except during the first weekend of the year. They have a reenactment of the battle with cannon and musket fire. The next reenactment will be Saturday, January 3rd, 2026, between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m.
It was a somber out and about, but well worth the trip outside the bubble. We spent almost 2 hours there enjoying the peaceful surroundings. We visited an oak tree that is estimated to be 400 years old. It stands there as a witness to the battle.
We visited the 6-pound cannon replica and walked the hallowed paths. It was a beautiful day for a somber walk. We won't make it to the 2026 reenactment, but we will surely be there in 2027.
Be safe, everyone, and we'll see y'all when we get there.
They said that was the largest Native American battle with
Florida.
Yeah, right here. And so we'll have to drive out and see that. But thank you for that.
Yeah.
If any of you run across an interesting topic or a place that you want to share with us, just do it like they did. Very good job, Al and Kathy. Thank you. And thanks to all of you that use our Amazon storefront. We got notice today that we did really good last year, and a lot of you used it. And just a tiny bit of the proceeds come to us, but doesn't cost you a penny more. And we appreciate every one of you, because it takes an effort on your part to do that, but it helps us a lot. So thank all of you that go that extra mile for us.
Well, it's time for sweet and salty.
We're only going to do a salty today because it's kind of lengthy. Why don't you take that one?
I'm going to have to put my glasses on because this is kind of small, the print on this. And
Who's that from?
this is from Raul Carraza.
Okay.
Okay, Raul. What is the Villages? Is it a community of old, conceited, obnoxious, entitled stool pigeons? Farts, which brings up the question, why did you sell your already paid for homes to move here? Is it so that you can own a fancy overpriced house and golf cart? I refuse to live in a property here to have my son deal with it, with the hassle of selling this property afterwards, unless you want to get even with your siblings or whatever they did to you after death.
He's a mess.
He is upset. Well, he is here. He is somewhere here.
I'm not
Maybe
sure if he is.
near
I don't really
the
believe it.
Villages.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't even know where I got that, to tell you the truth, because I compiled that a while back. I don't know if it came from.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know. It's black. It's not. It's unusual.
Stool pigeons and farts.
Farts.
There you go. Obnoxious and old and conceited.
Well, I mean, who buys a property and the minute you buy it, you're wondering what's going to happen to it after you die? You buy the property to use while you're alive. You're not going to worry about how your children are going to handle it. Oh, how will our children handle our property when we pass away?
Yeah.
As soon as we bought this house, our oldest son said,
Dubs.
dibs. Dibs on that.
Yeah. Our oldest son. I want the house.
But, you know, that's just a great example of some people are never happy. You live in paradise, you have a beautiful home, and you're worried about what's going to happen with it after you die. Come on, dude. That's one of those first world problems, right?
That's one of the first
world problems.
That's true. It's time for the Newcomers crew. Thanks to everyone who watches our shows and writes in and gives questions or comments on our show and even on our Facebook page too. Or bump into us on the street. We enjoy meeting you. We met a lot of people this last week.
Oh, there's a lot of fantastic people
sure
out there.
did.
That's why we're just the opposite of that Grim Reaper that just had that salty. You know, we meet so many people that we're just thrilled to meet you. And it's all good. It's so good. These people you're seeing in the pictures there, those are good folks. We won't be having a live show on Wednesday. We have run into some things in our schedule the last few weeks where we haven't been able to do that. But we're going to try to bring it another evening, and we'll let you know in plenty of time. That's where you need to follow us on Facebook, because that's where we put those kind of announcements out. But we will have a live show. It just won't be Wednesday night. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends, neighbors, relatives, and everyone you know. Until next time.
See you when you get here.